There are 12 incredible tricks with paper towels that almost nobody knows, but really everyone should know simply because they are so ingenious. When you see what else you can do with paper towels, you'll be amazed. For the first trick, you should fold a paper towel a little, as you can see in my picture, and then wrap it around the neck of your oil bottle and fix it here with a rubber band so that it doesn't fall off. The advantage of this is that you can simply leave it on, and every time you use your oil and a small drop runs along the bottle, you have it here in the paper towel and the bottle won't get completely oily so quickly. Before I show you why you should definitely put a bag like this behind your windows and doors, and what exactly the secret trick of the paper towel on your hob is that you can even cook with, I'll show you how you can save a lot of money by simply wrapping a paper towel around a wiper like this. This also fits perfectly and you can use it for both dry and wet wiping. It is also perfect for removing dust or cobwebs quickly and easily, as you can see here. They stick to this cloth in exactly the same way. However, paper towels are much cheaper than the originals, and if you've ever had a Tupperware container filled with red sauce from the inside, you'll know that it's very difficult to get it clean again afterwards, unless you use this trick. Pour hot water into the Tupperware, add a small dash of washing up liquid, and then a paper towel. All you have to do is put the lid on, close it properly and shake vigorously. Shake a few times before you open the can again, take out the paper towel and simply tip out the rest. This will actually make the can completely clean again. Now I have 3 really quick tricks for you. For the first one, you just need to put a few paper towels between your pans if you keep them in your cupboard several times. This will ensure that they don't get scratched on the inside, as the paper protects them a little. If you keep a paper towel in your closet, for example in the drawers or just anywhere, you can ensure that excess moisture is absorbed by the paper towels. This ensures that the moisture ends up in the cloths, not in your clothes, so that it no longer smells musty in the cupboard. Do you want your fruit and vegetables to stay fresh for much longer? You can do this with paper towels. With strawberries, for example, you have to take them out of the bowl, put a paper towel inside, and put the strawberries back on top. The whole thing works with all kinds of berries such as blueberries, but also raspberries, blackberries, and so on. Simply place a paper towel in the bottom, the excess moisture will end up in there and everything will stay fresh for much longer. If you have a head of lettuce like this, you should wrap a paper towel around the bottom of the stem and then wet it completely. Once you have done this, wrap it completely and tightly with cling film. Now you can put the head of lettuce in your fridge like this, and it will also keep much longer due to the moisture in this little paper towel. If you eat an avocado and only eat half of it and want to put the other half aside for now, but don't want it to look disgusting so quickly, you can also put a paper towel on top, moisten it completely, then wrap everything really tightly with cling film and put it in the fridge. This also keeps everything much longer and above all retains its beautiful green color a little longer. And if you forget to chill your drinks and want to enjoy a nice cold drink, all you need is a few paper towels. However, you should now get them wet. Then grab your can or bottle, whatever you want to enjoy cold, and wrap it all up with the paper towels. Once you've done it and it's wrapped really tightly, you need to put it in the freezer. You only need to leave it in there for 15 to 20 minutes. This is enough for the drink to be completely chilled, just as if you had stored it in your fridge for several hours beforehand. Then simply take it out, remove the paper towel, and enjoy the cold drink. And now we come to the ingenious trick why really everyone should put such a little bag behind their windows or doors. All you need is a paper towel and now also a lemon. You should cut off a few pieces of the peel because all we need for this trick is the peel. Once you have cut some of it off, place it in the middle of the paper towel. Now start tying it together at all 4 corners so that you end up with a little bag like this, which you secure with an elastic band so that it doesn't pop open again. You can then place it behind your windows or doors or simply put it somewhere outside. The advantage of this is that the lemon is an odor that ants, for example, can't stand at all, so you can keep them out of your home. It's also essential that you put such a bag in your shoes, preferably overnight, and that you do the same for anyone who comes to visit you. Here, however, we have to proceed a little differently because you shouldn't put lemon peel in here, but simply some baking soda. Put a good amount of baking soda in the middle and now tie the whole thing back together as before and secure it with a rubber band. You can prepare several of these straight away and simply put them to one side and take them out whenever you need one. Every now and then, simply place one of these bags in your shoe at night. You should put one bag in each shoe because baking soda can ensure that bad odors are eliminated. Foul-smelling shoes are therefore a thing of the past. And for the next ingenious trick, you should simply open a paper towel as you can see here because it consists of several layers. You can now use this inner shell to fill it with something, namely coffee powder. Simply put a few teaspoons of coffee powder in here and fold the whole thing closed again as you can see here. You can now go to your fridge with this finished piece and just put it in here. Coffee can also ensure that unpleasant odors are eliminated, and we often find these in the fridge as many different foods can be found here. But what's the deal with the paper towel on the stove? In fact, you can simply place a conventional paper towel on your stove and place the pot or pan on top and cook as normal. It works as usual. However, there is one important thing to bear in mind, which we will come to in a moment. Now cook as you normally would. As you can see from my example, it works. The advantage of this at the end is that you can simply remove the paper towel again and all the dirt is now on the paper towel but not on our stove. However, this only works with an induction hob. Otherwise, you shouldn't do it under any circumstances because then it could start to burn. In my case, you can see that it's not even hot at the end. I can just take it to one side, dispose of it, and the stove is completely clean. Would you like to know why you've been using your oven incorrectly all your life? Then watch the video you see on the screen now because I'll show you. Click directly on it.